exhilarating feeling that that envelops all of your senses. You know, be it your soul, and be it your emotions, and you know, your everything inside of you.
It really is a wonderful theme, and I think the real trick is to learn the lesson of it and then apply it so that you surf your life and you accept challenges and you ride it with grace, and you ride in the most critical section with control, and you do it artistically. Making life into art, or living an artful life, is what you learn from being a surfer.
Carlsbad in the 60s was great. It was a flower field, basically, similar to Encinitas. This was the high school hangout, the surfers hangout, and just the cool in crowd would come, park their cars on the bluff. And it was hilarious when guys would show off to their girlfriends. You know, guys would bring their GTO and they'd try to light tires and then they'd go over the cliff and ruin their car.
My memories of Randy Laine start out when he moved here from the East Coast, and he used to have an old 52 station wagon with a fish face on the front, and he would sleep in it every night, and he was from Virginia Beach, and he started surfing here, and he showed us a little bit different type of surfing and brought something to the surfing community of Carlsbad. It was uncool to have a big corporate sponsor. In other words, surfing was a soul sport, and it was uncool to be related to money. And but for the sport to grow, we needed money, so we needed sponsors. And so there was a backlash, and there was a lot of animosity between soul surfers and surfers who were competitive surfers.
Randy was by far and above one of the best surfers in California at the time, and definitely in the Carlsbad area.
And so I was kind of the outcast. I was the first guy to wear a leash in Carlsbad. I went up to Santa Cruz, saw Pat O'Neill with a suction cup and a bungee to his board, and figured out, hey, I can save myself a lot of swimming if I do that.
He would come down and we'd be Groms, and he'd go walking up the stairs, and we'd come up and go, what's that? You know, how come you're using that? And he goes, well, it's going to improve my surfing because I don't have to swim in every time. You know, I'm going to go get twice as many waves as anyone else out there. And that's what he was doing, and he was thinking, and he knew what he was doing, and we didn't know how he was doing in competition because it didn't matter. We just wanted to watch him surf.
I used to make my leashes out of a dog collar. I had a leather dog collar and a nylon cord that would jerk your leg off. Had no stretch. And I used to say my left leg is 3 inches longer, you know.
The shop back in the 60s when I started out with Novak's there, the Novak's building was there, and there's a little house on the corner that everybody used to hide their surfboards at.
Well, Barbie Barron is definitely an icon. I mean, she is just a fixture for North County surfing, really. I mean, she was a pioneer. She was one of the youngest people ever to start a surf shop. She moved it to Carlsbad, and you know, the Carlsbad Oceanside rivalry, the locals were a little bit uptight, you know, when she came, and the soul surfers didn't want an Oceanside surf shop in their turfs.
Professional surfing for women at that time was going to only get you so far. So I thought, well, I had a friend that opened a surf shop, and it looked like a great thing to do and fun, and I wanted to do something that I loved, and I wanted to be in the surf community, and it's either that or McDonald's, so I thought, I'll open a surf shop.
I actually was working for her, and I would sleep in Novak's, which was renting his hamburger stand to her, and I was their security. And the guys would come up on the roof at night and tear the banner down and, you know, do all the crazy stuff. But finally they got over it because they figured out, hey, we need a surf shop in Carlsbad.
The Novak's, I believe, was just the hubcap of early surfing down at Tamarack. They were the spot. 4 and 5 o'clock hour, everyone would go home and put their bell bottoms on or their nicest cords, and they'd come down and spend the evening standing in front of Novak's, chatting and socializing and deciding where everyone was going to go that night.